Well, I'm an optimist in the sense that we talk about fixing California. Look, it's been a great place. There's been a lot of phenomenal stuff happening here. The question is, in the New World Order, how do we make it work? How do we make the democracy work? How do we make the economy vibrant so we have opportunity for folks? And I think it's about radical decentralization, which means that right now in the real world, about 75% of what the state budget is administered at the local level. And so people don't want to send their money to Sacramento. They see it as waste, fraud, and abuse. But if they can touch it and feel it and see it locally, if you decentralize, what you end up getting is a place where you can move quicker, and Fresno can compete with San Diego and can compete with San Francisco. And you don't get this centralization, so the economy can really work and hum in the various regions that make up California. And the second thing that you get that we don't generally think about a lot is a democracy that works. Some young Latina gets elected in Montebello to the school board, or some Asian American woman to the city council in Monterey Park. And they get elected and they're excited at their election and they think they've got real power. And they find out that everything is controlled out of Sacramento. And so the reality is that they're not really real. Democracy's not really working. And so there's a disconnect. There's a frustration with ordinary folks. They feel powerless. You got to really reinvent the system. Do you need to fix the budget? Yeah. That's a little bit of noise. That's redecorating the staterooms in the Titanic. Can you fix term limits? Yeah, okay. People are nicer to each other. So now they're a little bit more orderly as the Titanic is sinking. Can you do open primary? All those things are important to begin to build confidence. Redistricting, okay. But it doesn't get to the fundamental architecture of power, which is changing now in this globalizing economy. Money is at the core of it. You've got to incentivize capital. If you don't do that, I don't care, you're going to be Detroit, and you're going to take what was the inner city and turn them into farmlands, and that's about as good as it's going to get. And so these are great challenges, but challenges that we can meet. But it requires a bigger vision. It requires a bigger narrative about what we're about what we are in California, what we are in Southern California. And I think that this whole notion of radical decentralization, creating a democracy that's vibrant, that works for communities, at the same time creates an ability in this new globalizing economy to compete and move quickly, is at the cornerstone of our success.